All right, what's going on, guys? Back for another quick trade recap. Today was a little hectic, I'm not going to lie. We ended up on the day pretty greatly. So across all of our My Funded Futures accounts, we have 3 sim funded and 1 eval. So the reason we have an eval is because I made too much yesterday. I made 1600, like 1628. So it was like 54% of the consistency rule during the eval stage. So I didn't pass that, which is super annoying because if I did, all my accounts would have been up. So that one is down right now because I've been risking more on it and whatnot because it's still in the eval stage. So that one's down 500 today. It's sitting at 5,200, 500. I don't know if that's confusing, but basically $2,500 in profit. So basically one more day, I believe. If I make an $1,000 day tomorrow, that'll be passed and that will be moved to sim funded, and then all 4 of my accounts will be sim funded. The other 4 accounts. So I have a brand new sim funded. It's one of the evals that I passed yesterday. That is now up $538. And then my other 2 sim funded that I've had for now 4 days, I made 1,500 on them today. So they are sitting at roughly $3,000 in profit. One's at 3,135 and the other is at 2,965. So basically both at 3,000. So those are 1 day away from passing, aka tomorrow. So I'm not sure what my game plan is, because if I go into tomorrow or even tonight during Asia session, because I actually hit a crazy trade over Asia last night, then I might just go for $100 day. With that being said, I'll be able to pull out $3,000 in payouts because $1,500 from each account. And then my other account, my third sim funded, is 4 days away. So if I take a winning trade tomorrow, then that means by next Wednesday I could get another payout from that account. It's kind of unfortunate that they're not super lined up, but I also like that at the same time because I can take 2 payouts this week on the 2 accounts, and then next week, earlier in the week, I can take out a 3rd payout, things like that. So we'll see. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves because today was pretty rough. I'm going to be the first to say that. I took a decent amount of trades, I'm not going to lie. First, we're going to go over, if I still have it up. Oh, no, I don't think I do. Well, I definitely have it on my phone, so hold up. I'm just going to pull up the picture. It was a beautiful trade during Asia session. And then today just kind of went sideways, I'm not going to lie. So our entry was at about 7 o'clock last night. Yeah, it was a beautiful move that I could have held to these highs. I didn't end up holding to those highs. I think I held to this fair value gap right here. Yo, my mouse is so annoying. Okay, let's see. My entry was 544. 544. So I believe it was this candle. TP, I believe, was literally right here. Let's see, 590.75. Yep. Stop loss was 38.5. Right there. So this was the trade from last night. It was a late entry. I was chilling in bed and got a late entry. Honestly, it looks a little bit cleaner on the 3-minute. I think we got a 3-minute CISD right here. We had a bunch of highs sitting here. I think we had like untapped gaps, but I took it to the 1 minute unfilled. 1 minute unfilled. That was also like a 3-minute, I guess, or whatever. But so we had daily SMT at the lows, because ES went and swept previous day low and NQ did not. So as soon as I saw that, I low key should have entered, and I could have got a way better entry down here. Or even just entered off this candle, this displacing up candle. I also would have had an even better entry. At that point, I could have taken it to here. If I took it to here, it would have been a beautiful day as well, over $1,000. But so basically, this made me about 900 something on each account, right? And that was a beautiful trade. So then coming into today, I actually ended up taking a couple losses, small losses that I was able to like mitigate, but losses nonetheless. I definitely overtraded, which was ridiculous because this is the trade I wanted all along. I should have been in up here. I should have gotten in off this 1 minute inversion. So at the open of this next candle, and then taking it to my draw. So this was one of my draws, but the main one was the new week open gap, the wick inside that was my real draw. So that's why I was a little bit past, but you can see I have the trail stop loss here. I was getting trail tight at that point. So this would have been the biggest trade I've ever taken in my life. Obviously it would have been thousands and thousands of dollars, right? But I don't know why I didn't take it. I mean, I kind of understand myself. We ended up creating SMT right here with ES, but I thought we were just so close to open, to 9:30 open, and then we still had Asia and London above, which I didn't even want to target. I was targeting right up. No, I was targeting right here, I believe. I think it's a 1 hour unmitigated. Let's check. We were gonna, oh yeah, so 1 hour unmitigated was my target, and I was gonna trail tight here, and we got in. Let's see, I definitely have a video of that. I'm not gonna lie, we got in a couple of times, but we got in. This was one of them, and we were up big too. So we got in at 4:30. So entry right here. Target, like I said, that 1 hour unmitigated. We were obviously break even at this point for multiple reasons. We had SMT. Stop was right here at this, the bottom of this fair value gap, because I wanted to respect this. Kind of saw like this is like a, I don't trade supply and demand, but I took it as that. So I figured it would bounce off this and the fair value gap and move up. On top of the fact that we were creating higher highs and higher lows. So we were in bullish order flow for the short term, obviously higher time frame, very bearish, which is why once we got this, I was like, beautiful, because this is really what I wanted. I wanted shorts all morning. And we just weren't getting it. Like we had SMT up here. I got in up here, took shorts, got break even. I got break even a lot. And then I took like a small loss. So then I technically only ended up making like 600 or 700 on like my actual trade or something like that, to because I didn't even end up hitting full TP down here. I ended up closing early because we got this crazy pullback, because once again we created SMT with ES. ES came down, swept these lows, and we got a very bullish reaction inversing this 1 minute. So I had my stops right at the top of this wick. And we ended up dumping again, and as soon as we dumped, I was trailing very tight because I didn't want to give anything back considering we had SMT. We just inversed the 1 minute, so it's possible that we get a tiny little retrace, but we don't even resweep this, and then we move back up. I wasn't willing to give anything back at that point after getting that SMT, so I trailed very tight, and I think I got out on this candle right here. I put it at the top of the body, and we ended up tapping us out and then running it. I figured we would run TP. It was just too good of a draw on liquidity. That's why I didn't close early up here. I was ready to close as soon as we got the SMT and we started moving up. I was like, I should close, but I was like, no, this draw on liquidity is just too good. I was like, it's going to hit. We've been dumping ever since we got that SMT with open. I just didn't want to give anything back. It was a little greedy of me, and I missed out on probably, yeah, I missed out on about $500 something, so I could be up about $2,000 on the day, which would be extremely nice, but I don't care. I'm not gonna get in my feels about that. I have class anyway pretty soon, so like I wouldn't have been. I mean, I would have hit TP and been fine, because like I'm sitting here making a YouTube video now, so let's not make excuses. But yeah, those are the trades for the day. I don't know what my game plan is tomorrow. Like I said, I'm not gonna drag this video out, but I don't know. Do I go for $100 day, or do I just trade normal and just try to mitigate as much risk as possible? I don't know, man, because this payout is really needed right now. I haven't got a payout in like the last 2 months. What's it, November? Well, so like month and a half. Because September was pretty big for me. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Today definitely had me on tilt a little bit. Ended beautifully, I can't lie. Should have ended better because this was such a clear trade. I should have been in up here, and I should have just been able to hold. But I do find myself going break even very early and trailing very early, just because I'm nervous and I don't want to give anything back, especially with the accounts up so much. I think once I get this payout, I think I'll be much more comfortable because I will have secured thousands of dollars. The accounts will be paid for, this, that, and the third. I don't think I'll feel that like urgency to rush the process or protect myself, because if I've already secured 3,000 something in profits, and I have a third account that's 2 or 3 days away from a payout again, for another like 1,000 or something, then I shouldn't feel that urge to go break even. I should just let trades run, and at that point I will be securing myself even more profits, better trades, better content. So we'll see. I'm happy with this trade. Go check out the TikTok. I have a screen recording of live executions. You guys can go watch that. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully with a banger video. And with My Funded Futures, it's instant payouts. So by 6 p.m. tomorrow, as long as everything goes right, I should be able to request at least $3,000 worth of payouts, and it should hit my account pretty fast. So that's awesome. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.